great unit.
Can we call on that now? Call, please.
Sparks,
Yes.
Wyatt,
Yes.
Olson,
Yes.
Matlow,
Yes.
Gambino,
Yes.
Grant,
Aye.
Fisher Brown.
Yes.
Got a sucker shot.
Thank you. And I know the crew will, it's gonna be a really good unit to have for safety.
Maybe pulling that with that.
On to the garage addition, concrete work.
Yeah, so I got the first step in, we've excavated the area alongside the bus barn. I put some plans up here. This is, these are finished approved plans. Here's the existing bus barn here, and, I don't know if you can see it, Joe, I'm sorry.
I see it.
The addition's gonna be a large bay door with a smaller bay door. It's gonna be 35 or 30 feet long, and the height is gonna be 14 feet high. This bay here is gonna contain our emergency communications trailer, and this area will be for a public works vehicle. And I would like to store, like, the city truck that I use, instead of having to park it at my residence, or I could park it in here and have it ready at any time we need to get the trailer out of there and deployed. That was the plan. Now the back part of this is, a lot of it's going to be storage. We're going to have the whole back part of this. The vehicles are only going to, this is the side view of it. So the vehicles are only going to come to this area. The garage doors are over here. So we'll have all this area in the back for storage. It's probably 15 by 30. So the whole building's about 30 by 30. And it's a lot of room. We're up against the mayor and I look to possibly get more in, but our property line doesn't come that far. We're going to have enough to store the fire department's Connex box here, and still have a level flat area to the east. But these are going to be garage bay doors. There's no windows around or anywhere for vandalism or any folks to get in and break in. So that's kind of an update on what we're doing with the new addition. So where I'm at so far is we got our plans approved. We've excavated for the concrete. And I got bids out, and I put an ad out. Actually, no, I notified 3 contractors. And I actually tried 4 or 5, but I only got 3 to respond. And I actually got 2 in the deadline to come back with a price quote. So I'd like to go with Ray Clark. He's done a lot of concrete work in Lincoln County. He did our wastewater plant's floor in the new shop. And it's just, he does a really good flat work. He also did the sidewalk for the city down for the new footbridge, which turned out really well. And he's a pretty well, he's a good contractor, in other words. I've checked his work. I've known him for years. He's a lot of folks recommend him. So anyway, JD Concrete came back with their price. I got their through word of mouth again. They have a concrete company in Lincoln City and Newport. MJ Construction, they're another pretty well-known concrete outfit. They took the plans and did not submit a price quote. After taking the plans and knowing the deadline, I've yet to hear from them. I did get a voicemail out to him, but I think the fellow's name was Mike that owns the company, and he never did return a quote. So, I mean, they knew the deadline was at 2 o'clock on Friday, so I received these 2 price quotes. So, if
Mr. Mayor, I'd like to make a motion. And that motion is that we engage Ray Clark Construction for a price of $8,970 for the bus barn addition floor.
I second
Any discussion?
this will be for the concrete's rated for the concrete's rated for earthquake specs too. So when we did the drawings by Fairfield, he put that in larger footings. largest demo.
Another thing you might add too, it's a monolithic pour, which, costs a little more, but it's stronger and it'll,
Be there for
it's
long.
designed to really carry heavy loads, so.
A lot of steel.
If anybody doesn't know what a monolithic pour is basically, it's the foundation and the floor itself are all one pour.
Yeah, they're integrated with the footings
Steel
and
and
all. Yeah.
And that's what makes it so strong. So,
Yeah.
and it costs a little bit more to do, but it's money well spent.
Right. Good example of this work is O'Reilly's, the new auto parts store in Newport. The whole front of that is all concrete. You could roll a marble across there. It's just amazing.
Call please.
Wyatt,
Yes.
Olson,
Yes.
Matlock,
Yes.
Gambino,
Yes.
Grant,
Yes.
Fisher Brown,
Yes.
Sparks.
Yes.
All right, thank you.
Thank you. Thank you. So we're moving along with that addition.
Peter Dunn.
Sir.
Item E, City Transportation System Plan Update Project.
Just a couple of things. The consultant has asked for you to identify a date for a joint city council planning commission meeting. Not early in February, but sometime in February. Kind of looking at the February calendar, and so far have eliminated, looking at, the earliest date we talked about was February 11th, and that happens to be the date of a regular planning commission meeting. And
What day of the week is that?
Wednesday. And as of today, there's really there's no land use items coming before the planning commission on February 11th. If that date worked for you, hopefully it could work for the planning commission as well.
What time of day?
Early evening. Planning commission regularly meets at 6.
6, okay.
So, looking at Roy, who's the chair, I say, I know there's no land use applications. You guys, what you have on your agenda is working on the text amendment.
Yep, with master plans.
So this joint meeting will probably last an hour-ish. Other than that, are there any other dates? The 16th, 17th, 18th, 23rd, 24th, and 26th are not good dates. Looking at mid to end of February.
The 14th's not a good day either.
No, it's not.
That's Saturday.
We have Valentine's.
We know.
Very unpopular if you schedule it for that evening.
I have plans.
So what do you think about, Roy, what do you think about having that joint meeting on your regular planning commission?
It would work, and if something comes up, if it's only going to last an hour, they always go longer though, let's face
That's why I
it.
say an hour-ish, I think, or.
The ODOT people can't talk in an hour. So, but if it does, we could always just then continue the meeting, the planning commission, and hit what has to be hit. If something, they still have, what, a week and a half, 2 weeks to bring something in, so that would work for, it'd be nice because it wouldn't be an extra meeting.
So, what are you all doing on the evening of February 11th, Wednesday?
Sitting
Around
here.
5:30-ish?
Be here?
Yeah.
How you'll be working,
What time would be good, would later be good?
7 o'clock would be fine, that would give me time to get, I'm in Newport that day, so I have half an hour travel time, and then just to let you all know, I don't think well on an empty stomach, so that would probably give me some time to grab something to eat.
The consulting team and NODA, they like to typically meet earlier, but I could, 7 o'clock that night, and then planning commission could do their regular, and I could certainly bounce that back to them. If that night works for everybody, it's hard to get everybody around to that.
Would that be this year?
What day of the week is that?
That's a Wednesday.
Wednesday?
So if it's okay with you,
Okay.
we'll go with February 11th, 7 o'clock in the evening.
You'll send
We'll
us a
shoot for
notice.
that.
Yeah, you'll send us a reminder,
You'll send
right?
us a reminder, right?
Absolutely.
Okay.
Okay, good.
Thank you.
Can I
The
ask a
oth-
question on that? There was going to be a CAC meeting at the end of last year, and they canceled it, correct?
Yes, that's correct.
And is there going to be a CAC meeting?
There might be one that afternoon of that same date,
Also, the
but it
CAC would...
depends on where they are with that draft tech memo 10. So there might be a CAC meeting earlier,
Okay.
like 4-ish, like afternoon or something.
All right.
Maybe, okay. The other thing on that, another advisory committee. Former Counselor Dorinda Goddard served on that committee. So my question to you tonight is there anybody on the council now that would be interested in taking her spot on this advisory committee for the transportation system plan update? Currently, we have our mayor, used to be Dorinda. Roy serves on this advisory, the CAC. Peggy Leone was also serving as a planning commission representative, but I talked to her today, and she'd really rather not. She says if there's another planning commissioner that would be interested, she'd be happy to step aside. If not, she'll stay on the committee, just FYI. Jack O'Brien is on the committee representing the Traffic Safety Commission. Pat Dunlop represents the business community. Bruce Silver represents the residents community. And Fred Robinson is the Chamber of Commerce's representative. So
how often does that meet?
you know, it's on an as-needed basis. There's no regular meetings. I'm trying to think the last time we met. Was it the June walkthrough?
Yeah,
Did our walkabout?
they really didn't have a CAC meeting after that. It was a walkabout, but they didn't have a CAC
Or
meeting.
maybe
It's been a long time.
So there's no set schedule to
Yeah.
these meetings?
Well, I'm with it now, aren't
You are.
I? Yeah.
So like I say, I just wanted to throw out there, if there's any counselor that is interested in serving on the CAC, or then we can fill that spot, or we don't.
Well, it sounds like, from what you said, that, Mayor, if I may, that Peggy would be willing to do it in the interim. I think that's really nice of her to volunteer.
I second that.
Okay, all right. I will let you all know about the time and that, and firm up that date. Absolutely. Thank you.
Community Advisory Committee member.
Yeah, that's what we just did.
Yeah, we're done.
We're done.
Huh?
We just talked about
We
that.
just did.
That's
We
what
did
there's
our
the
correspondence.
correspondence. Yeah.
Oh, okay, all right. I was up here on the beginning part of it.
Yeah.
I know I was on that. Okay. Okay, great. Well, that's done.
We're going home.
Correspondence.
I have 3 items of correspondence this evening. The first one is a letter from the Office of the District Attorney. It's addressed to Counselor Olson, and it's talking, this is the letter that was referred to earlier in the meeting. It's talking about the local public safety coordinating council for Lincoln County, Oregon. And the district attorney's office is looking for interested parties to become members. And I believe Zeke is still pointing at Steve.
Steve. Just say yes.
Yes.
Okay.
Oh, that's that security thing that you told me?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
That's exactly.
Yeah,
what it's
well, that's
about.
consistent with my mandate.
Okay, so we will let them know. Steve, we'll give them your contact information, let them know that you're.
That's that security thing.
Right.
Yep.
And they're gonna
I think
meet,
that-
Children and family.
they're gonna meet once a quarter.
Okay, I get it, yeah, that's fine.
we'll get you the information and get
Please.
your information, all right.
Thank you, Steve.
Yeah, thank you. The second item of correspondence is a letter from Neighbors for Kids, and it's basically inviting you to a family literacy event on Saturday, January 31st, from 11 a.m. to 1 p.m. I didn't see anything about ice cream and pancakes.
Well, they're gonna serve some food if they want. I'm gonna be I'm always assigned to that's the doorman. The greeter.
Carlton.
I will greet you.
And lastly, last item of correspondence is announcing the City Day at the Capitol. City Day at the Capitol is February 26th, I believe that's a Thursday. So you all should have a copy of this. Mayor Madla plans to attend. Please let me know if any of you plan to attend. We'll get you registered, we'll do the travel reimbursement expense thing.
I'm gonna go.
Okay, Steve? Anybody else at this point? Let me know. We have until, the last day to register is February 18th. But if you can let me know like in a week, so I can.
Well, and then we could ride share maybe, huh?
For what, yeah, whatever.
Well, I like one that's staying overnight, because it's a long day.
Oh, okay. I guess I'll have to think about that, okay.
Yeah,
I wanna see, I wanna be
And
there.
it's really informative, and
Okay,
last year, time I enjoyed it a lot.
okay. I know I wanna go, we talked about that.
Yeah, okay.
Okay.
Like I say, if anybody else, yeah, want to think about it, let me know, please do that.
Huh?
I'm going on 2
Are
days.
you going
later.
to?
No, but I go 2 days later for another
Okay,
event.
okay. Well, I'm going to that, sale.
That's all the correspondence.
Okay,
Unless you want me to use my email from the county as, I was gonna present as a staff report as correspondence.
You said there's no staff report, right?
Okay. Sheet.
But you have a sheet, I only have one thing.
Go ahead.
every time I go on to something else, you say, oh, one more.
Oh, one more thing. I really do have one thing tonight. This is regarding yet another meeting. Annual joint work session with the Lincoln County Board of Commissioners.
Oh,
They sent us a letter a little while back, and they had identified 3 out of the 4 Wednesdays in March, all of which we have commission meetings on. So kind of been going back and forth with them. At this point in time, I'm hoping that you are all available on Wednesday, March 4th for a joint meeting with the commissioners.
Oh, what?
Joint meeting with the Lincoln County Board of Commissioners.
so you have a meeting the night before and then that meeting the next night. Yeah. Last year it was on a council night, wasn't it?
They always meet on Wednesdays,
Oh,
and it's
okay.
always their meeting.
During the day or evening?
Evening. We have the joint session right before their regular meeting. It lasts an hour. It's usually, I want to say 6 o'clock to 7. And then they use our chambers for their regular meeting.
Right.
So you're all available that Wednesday. March 4th.
March 4th.
Yeah.
What time?
She'll
Wednesday
send us a
6,
letter.
yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, they put
That's
out an
good.
agenda,
That's good.
yeah. And in the meantime, you've got about a month and a half, but they always ask us, what does the council want to talk about? So kind of think about topics for discussion for the agenda.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, thank you. Okay, I'm done.
Okay, I got a real quick staff report, I know it's late. So there's been a lot of tree removal. We have a line item in our budget, it's called dendrophobia, and that's the fear of trees. Since we've had a few pretty good high wind storms with heavy rain, so we had some trees around Depoe Bay that have been compromised. We had folks complaining they were on public right of way, so we had our tree guy, which is Charlie Johnson, and he removed several trees from Coast Avenue to, there's some on North Point off of Quina, and some at the Anchor Estates area. So just wanted to, if you notice some of the tree removal, that's what it was. And then there's tsunami assembly areas that have been installed. Lincoln County has given the city signs to install all through Depoe Bay in a Dagami map that we're abiding by. And so if you wonder why there's a lot of tsunami signage going up, that's what that's from. And one of them's Lillian, there's one here by the kids zone at the parking lot by the Pro Plaza. That's, we installed an assembly area sign there also. And arrows notifying the public where these are all at. The other one's at the end of Collins Street. And these are all assembly areas for emergency, earthquake, to tsunami. So anyway, that's about it. We've been staying busy cleaning and maintaining.
Yes, sir.
Question for Brady.
Sure.
I seem to remember that we were awarded, or you probably, we were awarded a preparedness, a safe
Yeah.
preparedness award. Safety award.
Yeah.
Safety award. Do we have any of those signs up? Or is any of those, does he get a sign? Because I thought I saw a sign.
There's one as you walk in the hallway, I'll see them.
Lincoln
So we
City.
have a storm ready, those are still going up. I'm working with ODOT to get the permits for
So
that.
we're good.
We have a storm ready community, that's gonna go on each end of town, and then there's a tsunami ready community also.
Yeah, that's what I thought. Okay, good.
Yeah.
Thank you.
That it?
That's it.
Council comments?
I know it's late, I will keep this as brief as possible, but one of our own has left us. Danny Roberson, who was a devoted member of the Treasure Depot Bay Pirates. Like I said, one of our own, Robert, and I know, Robert, you probably know him better than I do. I knew Danny for about 6 years. He passed away this last Friday. Danny was also, he was a volunteer at the Oregon Coast Aquarium. He was extremely active in all of the theater groups here in the local area. And, you know, he was our bard and our storyteller for the Treasure Depot Bay. He was Santa Claus for a lot of the tree lighting ceremonies that we've had in recent years. And he's been in ill health for quite some time. Was having some problems, and he was found in his residence, and he passed on. In light of the wonderful services that he provided for us as part of Treasure Depot Bay and as Santa Claus, and he was a wonderful man, just one of the sweetest, most loving men that I've ever known in my life. And I think that in light of the services that he's done here in Depoe Bay, that we should do some sort of something to demonstrate to his family how much we appreciated him and all the things that he did for us. And I just wanted to put that out there, because if we leave that undone, I think that that's going to be a wrong that we would need to redress. So I think that's something that we should do, is let his family know how much we appreciated him and what a good guy he was and how much we're going to miss him.
Do you have any connections with his family? Do you know any of them?
Heather, you might remember
His daughter?
4 years ago, yeah, the first time I press ganged Tony into, my boyfriend, into participating in Treasure Depot Bay. Heather was his dance partner in the tango contest. And we haven't really kept that close of contact with her, but we've visited with her a few times over the years in between. And I know she's been in Portland in college, and she's doing real good for herself. And she put a shout out on Facebook for all of us. You know, there's going to be an informal memorial at one of the local venues in Lincoln City for all of us to get together and raise a glass of frosty beverage and toast the memory of our wonderful friend. And I have pretty good assurance that she's going to be there. So if not, we can certainly contact her and make arrangements through Facebook or.
We could send out a letter of sympathy and recognition for his contributions.
Contact.
I think that would be entirely appropriate, yeah, I'd be happy
And
to,
from the council and representing the city at large.
absolutely. That's all I have.
Okay, thank you.
I'm gonna defer my comments regarding the state legislative priority on mental health until our next meeting.
I don't have anything.
I promise the next meeting will not be this long. We have a lot to get done, thank you. We won't do that to you again.
You better not.
Yeah, all right.
Also, with something being so long, I just, if you guys save your bulletins or you hang on to them or read them, have a look at the one, and if you don't have it, I have it, on PEG channel access, public, education, and government channels. And anyway, this bulletin talks about the present mode is to get away from cable companies doing that because of the vast use of the internet. And so there is a chance to write comments on the internet, oddly enough, saying whether or not you think that the cable companies should still, should still be providing public, educational, and governmental channels. I think it's pretty important in our technology to keep that kind of thing going. I just think we ought to maybe write, to these folks and give our opinion. Something you haven't on look at.
That would come under your expertise, sir.
Could you pass that down to me, please?
Sure.
Let me look at it. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you. And that's all I have.
Drew?
No, I mean, almost got my doodle done here, and it's been a, informative meeting. I think we got a lot done. That's it.
That's it.
Well, I had no illusions about the length of the meeting, and I kept poo-pooing it and telling everybody, oh, I'll be over by 9, and I knew better. But thanks for hanging in there. And on that happy note, it is 10:30.